Welcome back to Cookie Cutter to Custom. Today's video is featuring landscaping, making your oasis. The home we're going to be seeing in this video started out with a pretty nice sized backyard. Now, of course, it may look heavenly to some of you already, but as you can see in the daylight, the backyard grass was kind of untidy and hard to grow because of the dirt being so rough and dry. The first step was to have a landscaper come and install some trees towards the back after the fence was installed, as you can see here. When you're looking at the back of the house, it's pretty exposed, and in North Carolina, where this house is located, it can get very grueling in the sun, and especially in the height of the summer. So to rectify this, a patio shelter was built to just give a little more shade. It helps make the back of the house feel cooler and really gives a nice spot to sit and relax at the end of the day. Now, this is the front porch of this home, and as you can see, there is space to the one side of the house where some homes are yet to be built. So there was already a concern of privacy once those homes would be built. So to remedy this, some trees were planted in this space to give a little privacy to the front porch, as well as give it a little shade during certain times of the day. Okay, let's circle back to the rear of the home, where we're going to see some before and after shots of the Paver Patio that was installed in this home. The first area that it was placed in was near the air conditioning and heating units, as well as where the grills are kept, in addition to the garbage cans. So it was a nice little patio pad to keep all those things together. Now here is a before shot of being on the patio, where you can see towards the left is the gate to exit the yard, and you will see in just a moment that the pavers were continued with a slight curvature to the path just to give it some visual interest. Now, pavers are a wonderful way to go for many reasons. They're just very nice to look at, and they're a little more interesting than plain concrete. One other reason that I vote for pavers is that if there's ever a crack, then it's a lot easier to be able to replace a stone or two than to have a whole section of concrete repoured. Now, as you can see here, this picture is very early in the spring, and the grass has already suffered from the winter and the heat that's starting to pound on the backyard. So it was already feeling like a space that was going to be desert-like in the summertime. Now, irrigation could have been a good solution, but it's typically not only quite expensive to install, but also expensive to run the water enough to make sure that a space of this magnitude is thoroughly watered. So a solution that came to mind was to possibly install a backyard swimming pool. Now, there are so many things to take in consideration when you're thinking of building a pool. Safety, of course, cost, and what sort of value it might bring to your home one day. But there are many, many benefits, including the value that I just mentioned, but also all of the great experiences you will have as a family enjoying your backyard together. So we can talk more about that on a separate video, but this pool that you're looking at right now was designed by Larry Isakovic with Blue Haven Pools, and the owners of this pool had expressed wanting something with a mountain lake type feel, and you can see that this design really carries through. The first step is having some pretty heavy construction equipment start to do the digging in your yard after the pool area is marked, as you can see with the blue paint on the grass. Afterwards, they will start to frame out the pool area with the wood surround there, and you can see that the depth of the pool goes to about 7 feet towards the back there. The next step will be to install the rebar to prepare for the concrete, and you can see that this particular job was done very well with a lot of reinforcement for the pool area. And then the next site we'll see is the company coming in and spraying the actual concrete into the rebar to start to fashion the shape of the pool. And we're about to see what the pool looks like after the concrete stage. Now here you can see a clear outline of the pool and how deep it goes, starting with the zero entry, which is very nice. And this particular pool manufacturer does go about 12 inches thick in the wall of the pool, which is, from what I understand, a little bit above standard. So they really do a great job making sure that it's nice and secure. If you noticed when you saw the artist rendering of the pool plan, there was a waterfall instead of a spa. Now many people choose to do a spa, but the waterfall is also an option that usually costs a bit less. The benefits of having a waterfall include that you have first a nice sound. A lot of people don't think about that, but you have the nice sound of water trickling down. It is a feature that you can get a lot of visual enjoyment out of the entire year. It's not just something you'll use a couple of times. So it's worth considering if you are thinking of building your own pool. So these are the stones that were picked out by the homeowner in conjunction with the pool company, really coming together to design a waterfall that really gives the visual impact that the homeowners wanted for their backyard oasis. The next thing that gets installed is called the pool coping. So this is the edge of the pool. As you can see here, there are some nice stones that were placed specifically for this pool. Now afterwards, they will start to install the decking, and this particular decking is travertine, and this was chosen because it has more of a porous surface, which helps reduce slippage, and it stays a little cooler on the bottom of your feet. Now it is a more expensive option than concrete, but well worth it. Now here you'll see the Pebble Tec that was installed for this particular pool. Now there are all different options when you install a pool. You can do a vinyl lining or you can do a plaster, but this particular one is Pebble Tec. It lasts a little bit longer, so you don't have to replace it as often as you may need to, for example, get a pool replastered. The other benefits is that it comes in many colors, so you can really achieve the look you were going for with the type of pool that you want to have in your yard. And this particular color has a nice sparkle to it when the water is gleaming in there and the sun is shining down. So it just gives a little bit more of a visual punch and a little bit more of a surface that's comfortable on the feet where it's not so slippery. And in addition to all that, it lasts longer and it really is well worth it as well. Here you see the finished product. This homeowner decided to forego replanting grass and bought in mulch instead. And as you can see towards the left-hand part of the picture, a fire pit was also installed for those evenings when it's a little cooler and you want to still enjoy being outside near the pool, especially with the waterfall on, the two fountains in the shallow end, and the lights that you can't really see in these pictures, but it does have a nice light function in the evening. So now that you saw the finished product, I just wanted to circle back to share the design that was created for the homeowner before the decision was made to actually install the pool. And you can see the delivery of this vision was excellent. Well, thanks for joining me for this video on landscaping and making your oasis. If you would like some of your project photos to be featured in an upcoming video, email me at cookiecuttertocustom@gmail.com. If you haven't done so already, I'd be so honored if you would subscribe to our channel.